Hey there, welcome back to our HBN Women's Series. We're going live all month long, featuring the amazing women of the Holistic Business Network. And today I'm excited about this conversation, guys. This is something that doctors, especially my chiropractors, have been telling me since I was in my 20s when I started going to the chiropractor. I used to go to the gym, do things the wrong way and get injured, end up at the chiropractor. And so funny, from my mid-20s, they were telling me I need to stretch more. So we're going to be talking about how stretching is so important. And we've got our stretching expert, Dr. Tania Advance. Let me see if I can get her in here with the Stretch X company, Ultimate. Primitive Birth Works. I've seen you on here a couple of times. I feel like I need to know you now. Like, you've been supporting these lives, so definitely got to connect. If you are in Boca, I would love to see you at our event coming up on March 24th at the Boca Town Center. Or if you're in Miami, I'd love to see you in Coral Gables on March 26th, either or. So hopefully you're in one of those cities, or even if you're in Broward, you can choose. Boca's always closer. But okay, or send me a message in my DMs and we'll connect. Just love to know what you do. Sounds like you do good stuff. Primitive Birth Works. Yes, we need more natural births. So kudos if that is what you do. Millie, the midwife at your cervix. Oh, I love to hear that. Okay, yes, Millie. Oh, and you're in Coral Gables. So hopefully I get to see you. That would be so awesome. We're going to be at Lifetime, the co-working space at Lifetime in the heart of the Gables. So I look forward to this, to meeting you, all the good stuff. Okay, so I'm waiting on Dr. Tania to jump in here. Nice to meet you, Millie, while I'm waiting on Dr. Tania. Let's see if I can get her in here. Stretch X. Yesterday, we had some difficulties. We kept getting kicked out. I provide full prenatal care. Oh, that is so good. You know, Millie, literally, I was talking to someone recently, and they were saying how they had moved to South Florida and how hard it was not having someone like their parents there to support them after they had a baby. And I was like, oh my goodness, yes, that must be so difficult. Actually, it was the person I was speaking with yesterday. I spoke to her a few weeks prior, and she was saying how hard it was back then when she had her babies by herself. And I was like, oh, I know that. So someone like you doing amazing work. Hey, Coach Kamisha. Hey. I'm seeing everyone but my guest. Where's my guest? And this is a good conversation for fitness experts. So Coach Kamisha, she's an amazing fitness instructor, Pilates, all the things. You just look at her and you know she's doing the do. So here I am. We waved. Where is my guest? Hold on, maybe she's not sure how to get on here. One moment. Give her my info. I'm happy to support mamas. Well, her kids are grown now. Her kids are now grown up, but she was just sharing that experience. She now moved to Atlanta. Yeah. Okay. I'm glad this didn't shut me off, but thank you guys for your patience. So the person I was referring to, Millie, she actually is done with childbirthing, and now she's a grandmother. But there she is. Hey, Dr. Tania, let me get you in here. We send you a request. You can request to join if your request comes through before my request to you, oh, I sent you a request already. Hopefully you see it. So check your notifications for that request, and hopefully you can hit accept to jump in on this live with me. Do you see my request, Dr. Tania? I cannot send it again, I think, because I sent it earlier. So maybe if you go in your notifications, you might see it. Hello, Craig. Hello, Craig. Welcome, welcome, guys. We're going to have a good conversation once Dr. Tania gets on here. I'm waving at everyone. So in the meantime, I am Michelle Fletcher. I am the founder of the Holistic Business Network, which is a very diverse group of holistic practitioners and businesses of all backgrounds, of all types of modalities, just doing amazing things in the space. And this is a space to help them get more visibility and more seen and heard in what they do, because I truly believe too many of our natural health and wellness businesses are the best kept secret. So it's time to change that narrative, right? And so that's what I've been doing for the past 5 years, is changing the narrative behind wellness, being behind, the last thing people think about. I want wellness to be at the top of everyone's mind and know that there's so many solutions available to them. So Tania, tell me if you're having issues getting in, please. I'm sending the invite again. There you go. Accept it. Yay! Dr. Tania is about to be on. In the meantime, I was happy to. There you go.
I was trying to do it from my computer and it wasn't working.
Oh my goodness. Yes, you can only go live on your phone. I'm so glad you switched over to your computer. Okay. Awesome.
Here we are. Okay.
Dr. Tania is in the house, guys. She is I'm going to let you share who you are, but she's a physical therapist and then has her own stretching concierge company. And so we're going to dive into why it's important to do all the things, and how I was sharing earlier, multiple doctors, well, mainly my chiropractors. And it's interesting because chiropractors can see how your skeletal system is working alongside your muscles and everything else. And for me, because I always worked out at the gym, they used to say, you need to stretch more. And I was like, I know, I'm doing my best. So anyway, it's so good to have someone like Tania, who's like really professional in what she does. And so Tania, tell us what you do and the name of your company, because I forgot to put the company name on there, but I know the name, but just so they know. And I'll tag it.
Absolutely. The company is Stretch X, the ultimate stretching experience. So what I do, like she said, is concierge practitioner assisted stretching. So I come to you. I want to come to the place where you feel most comfortable, most relaxed. And it's like going to get a massage, but instead of a massage, you're getting stretched. So you don't have to do anything at all. I call it a lazy yoga. You basically just get on the table and let me do all of the work.
Yes.
So my background is physical therapy, like you said. I'm also a certified personal training and trainer and strength and conditioning specialist. So all things fitness and wellness.
I love it. And you know what? Before we even go into like all the things, can you please share, if you're comfortable sharing your journey, your health journey? Because when I met you, you were not the person you are today. And I love that you're like just been going down the rabbit hole.
Yes. I've transformed physically. I've transformed mentally, spiritually. I mean, all around. The main thing we were referring to is I'm about 60 pounds lighter. So I have definitely transformed physically. Now I went from dreading going to the gym to now I run a minimum of 5 miles a day. And I'm in the morning, I get up, I'm that 5 a.m., 6 a.m. gym girly workout girly that I'm getting it done before I go to work and just feel amazing now. I've also been working on, because like we know, wellness is not just fitness, it's all around, right?
Yeah.
So I've been working, mentally as well. I've been working on meditation and just being more aligned with my purpose and just, just being more grounded. And, because we know stress affects everything. And so I've definitely gotten a hold of my stress and anxiety, and I no longer trouble with those things. So I'm just ready to just, walk in my purpose.
Wow. Don't you just love the domino effect that happens when
Mm-hmm.
you like take control of your health? Like how many other things just fall into place? Like mental health, feel like you have better clarity, you're functioning better with your mental health because you took those actions. I love, love, love that. And so gosh, how long have we known each other now? I
Oh my gosh.
think it's
Uh,
over 3 years since you
yeah,
joined
I
the
was gonna say
network.
about 3.5. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I met you and you were 60 pounds heavier.
Mm-hmm.
And I've just watched you transform all around, even in business. Like
Mm-hmm.
when we were talking one time before and you were just saying like the things that you are learning.
Trying to do and learning, right? Just getting into things, being kind of nervous about, what to do, how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And, fast forward to now, I'm actually looking to expand into like performance recovery, exercise recovery, injury recovery, as well as dabble into geriatric fitness.
Oh, that's good. That's really, really good. Oh my gosh, they all need you. They all need you. So,
Listen, and honestly, I need them. We have to support each other. We
hmm
all can learn something. And I just, like I said, I'm just trying to walk in my purpose. And as I've become more aligned, I'm starting to just realize where I should be. Before I was just kind of like, oh my God, what am I doing? I'm not business minded and this and that. I just kind of got fell into it, and now I'm just trying to kind of smooth out my journey and just figure it out along the way and enjoy the process.
well, you have to give yourself grace because you were fresh out of like school. You were
Mm-hmm.
fresh out of school. And you know what? I really have a heart for people like you that saw how this could potentially help you. Like, get connected, be in community, like meet new people that now, I see a lot of people that are your clients that are just people from the community that we have. So I love, love, love that. And that you saw that so early because it's an important piece. And I even tell my kids, I'm like, it's not like what you know. A lot of times it's who you know and who can connect
Absolutely.
you to the right. And that's like a huge thing for me. I want you to be connected to people that you might not have known existed if you weren't in the community or if you didn't know me. So I'm loving that for you, seeing all of that. And then to see the growth that's happened since then, like not only physically, mentally, and like business wise, phenomenal. I'm just like so
I
proud.
appreciate it. And I thank you for creating the Holistic Business Network. We would have never met if you would have never, realized that this was, your dream and your goal and your purpose. So I definitely appreciate it because, out of, being connected with you, with the business network, with the different events that I've, participated in has definitely contributed to my growth in all aspects. So I appreciate it. Thank you for the platform.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I did not ask for the plug, but I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so I see people jumping on here because I know they probably want to know all the things about why stretching is so important. Why were my doctors telling me back then I need to go stretch? I was doing tons of weight training and probably spending 2 minutes to stretch. That's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Not good enough. So, Dr. Tania, school us on why it's important for us to stretch.
Well, first of all, we have to think about it. We are moving all the time, right? We can't live if we don't move. So if your muscles and your body is constantly working, why wouldn't you give your body I consider it that thank you for getting me through the day, for getting me through that task, for getting me through waking up in the morning and being able to brush my teeth and put on my clothes, you know? So people equivalent stretching to just working out, but
Yeah.
you're not just using your body when you work out. You have to
Mm-hmm.
get up, you have to go to work, you have to go about your day, and you're using your muscles to do all of those things. We're using our muscles to sit here now. So if your muscles are constantly working, we need to be able to give your muscles that reprieve and that thank you for doing what they're meant to do, which is contract and relax and stabilize and keep your body upright, good posture, all of those things. So you have to be able to thank your body, or your body's going to start feeling neglected. I ask my clients all the time, do you like feeling neglected? Do you like your spouse or your kids or whoever to make you feel neglected? Nobody likes feeling neglected. Well, your muscles feel the same way. And if we're constantly working, and then you add working out or whatever your physical activity is to it, or if you have kids, especially like little kids, and you're constantly bending over, picking them up. So you're using your muscles in your body all the time. So then when it comes down to it, the muscles are going to start feeling neglected if you never help them relax. You never say, thank you so much for getting, contracting all day long and getting me through the day. So you need to be able to thank your body, or your body's going to respond in ways of muscle tension, pulling a muscle, aches and pains. A lot of people have trouble with sciatica. You're gonna have those muscle and joint issues if you don't start thanking your body and treating your body right.
Okay, so, oh my gosh, sciatica is a symptom of not stretching well?
Absolutely, because well, I'd say 90% of the time. Part of sciatica could be due to something structural in your body, bulging disc, herniated disc, people get in car accidents or whatever the case may be. But
Okay.
a lot of the time, sciatica is due to a tight butt, a tight glute.
And we get
So
tight glutes from sitting all the time?
sitting all the time or doing repetitive movements, like a lot of, if somebody is maybe a carpenter or painter, or something where you're squatting a lot, you're up and down, or you're just sitting. Drivers, bus drivers, truck drivers, people that sit at computers all the time, you get tight hips, right? You get a
Mm-hmm.
tight butt, your glutes are tight. So what happens is you have a deep glute muscle called the piriformis that runs right over your sciatic nerve. If that gets tight or it gets inflamed, what happens is it pushes down on your sciatic nerve. Well, the sciatic nerve is a big nerve that runs from your glute, from your hip, down the course of your leg. And
Mm-hmm.
so when it gets compressed, it's going to get irritated, and it fires back at you with the numbness and the tingling and the burning and that type of sensation that plagues everybody that has sciatica. And all it takes is for you to stretch enough, or keep mobile enough, keep your muscles, your glutes specifically, mobile enough that it's not so tight that it clenches down on that nerve. So what does that mean? You need to stretch. You need to stretch more.
Mm.
And even when people
A
stretch, they don't
simple
really stretch their
solution.
glutes.
Yes. Oh, so what's the difference between, and I see that primitive birth work says many pregnant women complain of sciatica.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. My sister had it. My sister had it when she was pregnant. She started having back pain and leg pain and numbness because they have a lot of what happens is you have a lot of weight in the front when you're pregnant, right? So your
Yeah.
body has to adjust to the weight. Your posture has to adjust. Now you're contracting more different muscles to try to keep yourself more upright, right? So then that means all these muscles in the back are contracting more, and it causes that severe tightness. And it's not, and a
Mm.
lot of people that are pregnant are not going to just start stretching. That's not something that you're thinking about when you're pregnant, right? So a lot of pregnant women deal with it as well. My sister is one of them.
Wow. Okay. Is there a way for them to relieve that? Can the pregnant women just stretch to help relieve that?
Absolutely, absolutely. There's of course, till they can stretch their glutes to a certain extent, and then as the belly gets larger, you don't have as much room to kind of move around to kind of get. So that's where someone like me comes in, where I'm able
Mm.
to be able to help you stretch when you're not able to do it on your own. And that's not just pregnant women, that's anybody. That's anybody. If you don't feel comfortable enough of knowing what to do, or you feel so tight that you can't do it yourself, you're scared to hurt yourself, whatever the case may be, that's where I come in and can definitely help you with that and get you to a comfortable standpoint for you to be able to do it on your own.
Mm. So speaking of pregnant women, how far along can they stretch, would you say?
I mean, they can stretch all the way up until childbirth, as long as they feel comfortable. I literally just had a client. I stretched her all the way up until like 3 days before she gave birth.
Okay, good. Good. I love to hear that
Absolutely. As
because,
long as that it's safe, you don't have, of course, they don't have any other health issues going on.
uh-huh,
um, there are different things that you have to take into consideration with pregnant women, because you have different things going on in your body that's preparing you for childbirth. So
right.
just a regular person can't just come up and say, let me stretch you out, because you have to be aware that, yes,
Your
their joint,
ligaments are, yeah.
everything, exactly. But someone that's not really, versed in the body is not necessarily going to know that.
Oh, that's so good. So both my pregnancies, I worked out like all 9 months. And
Mm-hmm.
of course you have to modify the workout after a certain extent. And having someone like you, like, because sometimes you'll have practitioners that will tell you not to do things that are actually good for you.
Mm-hmm.
So some people would be like, no, you shouldn't work out because I'm pregnant. I was like, what? And I feel like I've also heard that for like something like stretching. So I'm so glad that
Mm-hmm.
you shared that you can be stretched up until the 9th month, but you do want someone who's an expert like you that knows the body and all the stages and phases and how
Exactly.
to do that. So thank you for sharing that. Even Primitive Birth Works is saying thank you.
Yes, and I saw this today. I do stretch, like I just said, I do stretch. I do have pregnant clients. Um, Anybody we all need stretching. I wish I could be my own client.
Right,
We
right.
all need it. So, Primitive Birthworks, you definitely can recommend me. We definitely can connect, and absolutely, because I mean, they need it the most because they're so uncomfortable because their body is
Yep.
changing.
Yep.
Okay, and of course, some people, that's the last thing that they want to do is get on the floor or get on the bed or whatever and try to stretch. And of course,
Yeah.
also trying to make sure that they're not going to hurt themselves. They don't want to do anything that's going to. So of course, absolutely, I'm
I
here
love
for
that.
everybody.
So while I was waiting for you to get on, I was talking with her name is Millie of Primitive Birth Works, and I was saying to her how what she does is so important because helping to support a mom after birth and even before is so good. Um, but I love that she even sees the need for patients and how just from this live, you guys are about to connect, and who knows what's going to happen. This is
Absolutely.
how magic happens, guys. You show up and people get to hear about you, and you never know what's going to happen. Um, and all results are not guaranteed, but you just never know. I've had
You never
multiple
know.
people go live with me and get a customer or a client or something right after. It's happened multiple times. So that's the power. I love that. Okay, and Millie is down in Coral Gables. I'm going to hopefully meet her when we have our Coral Gables event later this month. So, Dr. Tania, you said you also work with you're going to be looking at working with geriatrics, which I think is so good because, they're at a stage where they need the movement more and the stretching and the help with their mobility. So I love that. Did you
Absolutely. Mhm.
Do you know Dr. Sandra, who's a part of the network?
I have spoken to Dr. Sandra. I wasn't able to make it to her event because I had an event the same weekend. But I definitely have we have talked through Messenger, and I haven't gone up there. We have the schedule for me to, go to her office and meet face to face and all that kind of stuff.
Because her beginning, she's internal medicine and also functional medicine, but she started out in geriatrics. And I think she still works alongside that community in some aspect, even though now she's, working with a lot of women in perimenopause, menopausal, but I think she still touches on that geriatric piece. So connect with her because that would be a great way to get in um, that arena. Hey, Michelle, I see Deluxe Travel has joined. That's her name's Michelle also. She's the president of the Jamaican Women Foundation, Jamaican Women of Florida Foundation. And we've known each other quite a while. So Michelle is also, we used to be in the same running group together. So someone like Tania, actually, Tania, you know a lot of my running group friends because they've come to different events where you've been like Joy. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
God, she's a pro. She does all the things, runs marathons, and triathlete.
I've stretched Joy a couple times.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Cynthia is she used to run, but then she got injured, and so she's not. But she does a lot of other things.
I go
But
to Cynthia's yoga events.
yes, Joy and Cynthia, I invited you to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and that's when
Mm-hmm.
you started your journey
And
on
that's
your
how
like.
I started my journey. That is absolutely how I started my journey. I love the park that we were at. And I was like, okay, I could do this. I could do 3 miles. And I started doing 3 miles outside of the event. And then my dad was like, well, am I going to get an invite? And so my dad started walking with me. And then we started pushing. He started pushing me. We started doing 8 miles. So we were doing 8 miles a day, like 5 days a
What?
week for a long time. And then, life happens. I changed jobs and stuff like that, and I didn't have the availability. But for a very long time, like months, we were doing 8 miles a day in the park, just walking, just walking.
See, I love this because, I love it when the actual practitioner or the person who's educating people on wellness is actually walking the walk. Like you began walking that walk. And I'm sure once you were out of school and now had like
Mm-hmm.
that where you could put to yourself and do that self-care, investing in yourself. And guys, if you're just joining, Dr. Tania lost over 60 pounds in like the past few years. And I've watched her journey because when I met her, she was a little bit heavier and now she's
Mm-hmm.
60 pounds lighter. And so just seeing her transformation has been incredible. And then just seeing how her business is growing is so awesome because she puts herself out there and lets people know that she has a concierge stretching company where she is at corporate events. She's in homes. She's in like she stretched my daughter, which is
Mm-hmm.
soccer. So like there's so much potential for what you do and such a need for what you do. And we were talking about why it's important for us to stretch. So she was sharing some of that. We learned how she also helps pregnant women. So there's so many people when you're pregnant, they put a lot of fear in you about so many things. But know
Mm-hmm.
that it's Dr. Tania says it's safe for us to stretch, even
It
up
is
until the
safe.
ninth month.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. The
So
main thing is trying to promote just move. People need to get up and move. And that's
yeah,
why with what I do, StretchX started with me just doing practitioner assisted stretching. And like we talked about, along with my journey and the transformation that I've done, physical, mental, spiritual, now to me it's more than just the stretching. It's getting up and moving. So
yeah.
with Stretch X, I'm expanding Stretch X into more of stretch the limits on your life, not just your muscles. So that's why I'm going into not, we went from stretching, now we're going into fitness. We're going to go into nutrition. We're going to expand into other areas of wellness. So Stretch X used to just mean, the ultimate stretching experience, literally. but now it's going to mean figuratively as well, where we are
I
going
love
to
it.
stretch all the limits on your life so that you can have the best wellness and life you could quality of life you could possibly have.
I absolutely love that. That is so good. We're going to talk too, because I have some things that
Yeah,
I think
I definitely want to talk. Like we
yeah.
need to talk face to face because I have so many ideas, and that's what has come out of me being more aligned because I'm more calm, I'm more in my purpose on my jogs. Even this past week, last week and today, so many ideas have come up that I want to talk to you about and bounce some
Yeah.
ideas and see if you can help me execute.
We're going to schedule a time to talk. Um, oh my gosh, there was something on the tip of my tongue as you were sharing that because it was so good. What was it? I really love to like be a very good listener on here. And sometimes I take notes, but sometimes I don't want to look distracting and take the note. I wish I would have taken a note when I was just, the thought came to me. But people are on here watching. I want you to also share. Oh my gosh. Actually, whoever's watching, if you have a question for Dr. Tania, she's a physical therapist who focuses on stretching the body, having better mobility. If you have a question about that, put it in the comments. You
Please
know,
do.
you're watching, we want to make sure that your questions are answered, especially how often do we have a physical therapist that has this niche, right, in this specific area? How often do we get them? I mean, and we're able to ask them a question. It's not very often. Sometimes we have to end up being in their office before we could get that question answered. So we got Dr. Tanya right
Mhm.
here. You have a question, throw it in here. Especially if you're an athlete or runner or any of that stuff. And athlete doesn't
Anybody.
mean you're an Olympian. Athlete means you get out there and you move your body. So,
Exactly. Exactly.
oh, this is what I was going to say is that you mentioned the sitting, right? And so research has found that sitting all day long is comparable, has the same detrimental effects to your health as smoking, right? So can you imagine that the fact that we're sitting all day long, which most people in corporate America or in a job aren't sitting all day long if they're not doing work that requires them to be moving all the time. So just think of the number of people that's sitting all day long. I can be guilty sometimes where I work from home and I am busy doing so many things and I turn around and it's like 4 hours passed and I'm like, I was sitting
Mhm.
and didn't even get up for like hours. That's crazy.
Mhm.
So oh, she says, what's your favorite? So here we go. Millie. So, oh, we got Michelle too. So
Mhm.
Michelle went first. I wake up in the morning with tingly hands and arms. Can stretching help? Oh, that's a good question.
Stretching can absolutely help. And believe it or not, the tingly hands and arms may be coming from a tight neck. So you need to be stretching your neck more, your neck and your traps. So this area here, where most of us hold a lot of tension,
I do.
if we're on the computer a lot,
Mm-hmm.
your neck has to stabilize while you're sitting here on the computer. Most of us have bad posture, so we're all of this gets tight. So we need to be more aware of our posture, need to be doing stretches. You can do side stretches, side bending, turn your chin to your shoulder, reach behind. If you could do some neck stretches, that's going to help this area because when this area is tight, this is called your brachial plexus. When this area is tight, you have nerves that run from here all the way down your arm. When this is tight, and especially depending on how you sleep, you may be compressing on nerves that are firing, letting you know, hey, I need you to move. And that's why you kind of wake up in the middle of the night and you have those tingly arms and hands. So it could be coming from very tight neck and trap area.
Michelle, thank you for that question because that is a problem I have too. I do wake up with the tingly so thank you. And Dr. Tania, this is my stress point. I literally went to the chiropractor and had them loosen that up just the other day because I was like, oh my gosh. But I always hold a lot of tension right here. So thank you. That was like
So So
such
it's
a great.
good to go to the chiropractor to get that adjustment. However, you have to think about why do you need that adjustment? And you need that adjustment because your muscles are tight. Maybe one side's tighter than the other, which throws you off feeling like you need that adjustment. So then you get the adjustment, you're great for a limited amount of time, and then you feel like you need to go back. Okay, well, we need to stretch those muscles and strengthen those muscles that's causing you to feel like you need that adjustment. So we need to do more stretching. We need to do more strengthening. Your traps as well, the back of your neck. That's where your trapezius muscles that's your upper back go up to your neck. So that area needs to be strengthened and stretched so that you have better posture, so that we're not compensating.
So good, guys. This is good stuff. Definitely.
And
We'll want
yes,
to watch
it
the
could.
replay.
She asked another question. Yes, it could be from a bulging disc as well. If you have bulging and herniated disc in your neck, it will. That's what they do. The disc compresses onto your spinal cord, which will stimulate nerve sensations down your arm, depending on what level you have that bulging disc.
Wow. Okay. All right, guys. That's so good. And I see Millie from Primitive Birthworks asked, what's your favorite stretch for people who are working, sitting at their desks? Who
So,
are sitting at their desks? Mhm.
going back to what we were talking about with the sciatica, tight glute. Well, actually, let's circle back to the neck. The neck, number one, for people that are sitting at the computer all the time because you're either on the phone or the posture, so number one, we want to make sure that we can loosen this area here. But also going back to the sciatica topic, we want to make sure that the hips get really tight when you're sitting. Think about when you're traveling as well. Your body, your hips get very, very
Mhm.
tight. So, number one, we need to get up and move. Number two, you do need to stretch your glutes. One way to stretch your glutes is I'm not sure, you might not be able to see me, but if you sit and you cross your leg, cross your leg like a guy crosses his leg. Get your ankle up onto your knee.
Uh-huh.
And all you do is bend forward. Try to have a straight back and bend forward, and you should be able to feel the leg that's crossed. You should feel it in the crossed leg. That's stretching your glutes. That's something that you can do right from your chair at work. And you do both sides. Get that ankle up on your knee, straight back, and bend forward, and you'll feel the tightness in the crossed leg.
Yep. I
So
do
that's
this.
one of the main ones to try to say no to sciatica stretch, I would call it. But that's one to do right from your desk. You can do that for your glutes, you can do that for your neck, and you never have to get up. Now, I do want you to get up and move, but if you're in a place where, you may not be able to get up as much, those are things that you can do right there from your desk.
Okay. That was so good. So we got 2 tips from Dr. Tania on stretches to do that are simple. You can do at
Very,
any
very
time.
simple.
Dr. Tania, what I am going to suggest to you, I'm about to give you a tip. You need to make a video called the No Sciatica Stretches and and you need to demonstrate these stretches. This is so good. That will blow up on YouTube, even here on Instagram, because so many people, I didn't even know what sciatica was, but I guess I'm of the age where now I get to hear all people's health issues, right? I'm almost 50, guys, and I get to hear everyone complain about health issues. I don't have a lot of those health issues. I mean, knock on wood, I don't have any of those health issues. So I've been hearing sciatica a lot recently. So for you to come on here and give these tips, gold. For you to say the no sciatica stretches, that's gold. You need to make a video. I'm telling you, I'm going to hold you accountable to making a video about this. I don't know if your boyfriend's going to have to make it and make it AI, but you're going to have to make the video. Okay? So,
And speaking on that, with sitting at their desk, I'm getting it. Well, I have been actually for the past 3 years. I had a corporate account where I went into the office. People that have offices, people that have staff. I went into the office and was stretching, doing little mini stretches just to give them that reprieve, making them get up and get out of the chair. Come over. I brought my table. I was in one of the little offices and would stretch them because you hold a lot of stress. If you're sitting all the time, your body's getting tight. Depending on the type of work you're doing, you're having the stress. So I also, there is such thing as, corporate stretching, where I can come into the
That's corporate
office
wellness.
and
Yeah.
absolutely give you that quick 15-minute reprieve. And I was with a company for 3.5 years, and I came in and stretched 16 people twice a week.
Let me tell you, I'm going to give you the name of one of my old corporate companies I used to work for, IT company, software. So they used to bring in people all the time. I used to do yoga on my break. They're very open to this. I'm going to give you their name. I'm not going to say it out loud, but I'm going to give you their name so you can reach out, because they're
Absolutely.
very open to that. And because they're all software developers and data and you're sitting at the desk, you would be so good. But I feel like for any office, you would be amazing
Any
of
office.
helping
Absolutely.
everyone. So, oh my gosh, this was such a good conversation. Listen, me and Tania can talk all day, and we are going to talk again after this. Don't worry, guys. Me and her are going to be talking. But don't you just love her and what she's doing? And oh, sciatica pain is no joke. I've never had it, but guess who has sciatica pain right now? My mom. I didn't even know what it was. She's another one who's been complaining. She was in a car accident a few years ago, and they're saying that they can see the nerve is being like, so
suppressed, probably.
yeah. And so I'm like, oh, what can I do to help her? But actually, my sister-in-law is a massage therapist, and she told me the same thing as you. She said, Mom, you need to stretch. So how funny that you're coming on here to confirm that. And so I'm going to remind her again. I'm going to be like, listen, I was on with the physical therapist in my network. She has a stretch company. She said, you need to stretch. So it comes and goes. There's days where it's okay, but okay. I so appreciate you. This is so good. Dr. Tania is just the best, guys. And what you are creating next is
I'm so excited.
oh, I'm excited. It's so good. No, it really is good that you're bringing a whole ecosystem to what you're doing. I love it. I absolutely love it. So we're going to talk. I'm so glad you guys got to meet Dr. Tania. I'm going to be tagging her on the replay. She's the Ultimate Stretch X Experience. Go and follow her. She's amazing. This was such a great conversation. Thank you for the free health advice on stretching.
Thank you.
It's so important. It is very important. I
It
know
really
it is.
is.
I've
We
been
all
told
need
this
it.
for over 20 years. And so Dr. Tania is really confirming how it is. Oh, I appreciate you, Dr. Tania. Thank you for taking the time.
I appreciate it. And we got to talk.
Yes, we are. Seriously, we're going to schedule something. All right, bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Have a beautiful day.